Behind closed doors, a secret mission takes shape. Operation Santa, a plan so bold it could change the course of peace itself. Somewhere in England, a new kind of secret weapon takes shape. Rubber tanks and a jolly decoy the enemy will never forget.
The first graduating class of Santa School, Wally Kringle's idea for turning goodwill into strategy.
1945, summertime after the war. In this North Pole harbor, the work of war becomes the labor of hope.
At the top of the world, a remarkable discovery is made. A new species of reindeer, unlike any known to science and physics.
Witness to the impossible, a record a leap beyond belief, as the first reindeer clears the treetops of the Arctic plain.
From the frozen seas come the ships of peace, Navy and Army men delivering the tools of progress. From the decks of victory to the snows of peace, Chris Kringle shakes the hand of history.
Summer 1945, Chris and Wally Kringle lay the first stones of a dream. Brick by brick, their castle rises from the North Pole. October 1945, as the nation said farewell to Milton Hershey, Chris Kringle stood among the mourners, remembering the man who was like a second father to him.
Every great endeavor begins with a stumble. Apparently, the reindeer may have the spirit of flight, but not yet the desire to move. Attempting his newest move, the Kringle Twister, Santa discovers that even legends can lose their footing. Flat on his back, but still smiling, Santa recovers from his icy adventure, already planning the next test flight. Early reindeer training proves tricky as Santa takes an unexpected tumble, and Wally records the evidence for the archives. Even at night, the Kringle reindeer keep the lines moving, hauling supplies through Arctic snow so Santa's work never sleeps. Santa pushes his team to the limit, racing through the snow in a daring attempt to make the reindeer take flight. Christmas, 1945. In France, Santa meets the children who will soon receive his first gifts of peace and kindness after the war.
Back home in the United States, the children smile and wave, not yet knowing who this man is or how much his kindness will come to mean.
History is made as Chris Kringle meets his first customer, a little girl with a smile, and the gift, a single peppermint candy.
In a toy shop window, Santa studies the toys, planning a brighter Christmas for the years ahead.
High in the Colorado mountains, Santa reaches the families too far for trains or trucks, delivering hope on a winter's night. Rare footage from the Swiss Alps shows Santa leaving a single gift by candlelight for a sleeping child.
After a month of gift-giving, even Santa can't stay awake in church, but good old Wally makes sure he hits every note.
Back home, the first public trials begin. Crowds gather, cameras roll wind, but even legends catch winks between customers.
Everybody knows January 1st is Santa's birthday, but what no one can explain is why gravity behaves so strangely up at the North Pole. Reindeer training takes a wild turn when Santa's sleigh charges straight toward the cameraman. Looks like Wally nearly joined the herd himself. During a routine sleigh test, Santa hits a small bump in the road while Wally takes careful notes. Summertime at the North Pole. From blueprints and frozen hands come walls that will stand for 100 Christmases to come. The reindeer may not be flying through the air yet, but they sure are helpful hauling supplies from castle to castle. Chris Kringle drops by a spring training game in sunny Florida. Even the Bat Boy is starting to recognize that famous beard. Summer of 1946. The Kringle brothers arrive in Berlin to lend a hand where barbed wire, not concrete, originally marked the divide. Winter, 1946. Leningrad. From the ruins of war, the Kringle brothers lend a helping hand. Back home at the North Pole, Santa takes on his most daring feat yet. A bold new attempt to get the reindeer to fly. Uh-oh, this doesn't look good. The latest attempt ends with a mighty crash, but the good news is he's A-OK. At the hospital, Santa's recovering nicely after his daring flight attempt. Doctors report the patient is cheerful, cooperative, and hopefully ready for Christmas. Neck brace or not, Christopher Kringle is back at work greeting children at the local department store. It'll take more than a crash to keep Christmas from coming.
Injured or not, Santa's back on the job, proving you can't keep Christmas down for long.
North of the border, Santa's greeted by students with open arms, maybe a little too open. One big hug later, and that neck brace earns its keep. For Santa's birthday, he and his girlfriend Noreen took the cake a little too far. The kitchen may never be the same, but the laughter sure was worth it. Now that 1947 has begun, it's time to get back to work and figure out how these reindeer fly. But first, Wally had the idea to test the waters and see how the animals do over ice. Uh-oh, Santa, you should have seen that coming. After his chilly plunge, Santa's feeling under the weather. Dr. Wally's prescription? Hot cocoa, warm blankets, and plenty of rest. After last week's icy plunge, Santa finally gets even. One quick tug of the rope, and Wally learns what real cold feels like. April 1947. In Brooklyn, Chris and Wally Kringle stand together on the field, witnessing a new chapter of hope and change in America. As the players take the field, the cheers roll through Brooklyn. On this day, baseball belongs to everyone. The castle project presses on through wind and snow, its walls climbing higher with each passing day. While Santa's away, Wally makes a few adjustments to the sleigh. Let's just say the next test flight might have a few loose ends. Everything looked perfect at takeoff, but halfway down the hill, Santa learned one important lesson. Always tighten your nuts and bolts before flight. After a year of Wally's pranks, Santa finally returns the favor. A little H2O in the fedora, and this Christmas payback is under the hat. It's photo day at the mall, and Santa's ready for the crowd. But when the hats come off, it's Wally who steals the spotlight. With Christmas cheer in the air, Wally tries his luck with a friendly smile. But it looks like that new hair color isn't quite her holiday style. Wally's year ends the same way it began, still searching for romance. Maybe 1948 will bring better luck and fewer surprises from Santa. Wires hum across the snow as power flows into the Kringle Castle for the first time. It's proof that even the North Pole runs on hard work. While the castle construction continues, Wally keeps a close eye on the finances. So far, the numbers look steady. Inside the workshop, every sleigh design is reviewed. With so many in testing, things are starting to look more like a factory than a fairy tale. Next on the list, the Model A twin-engine prototype. Early results look promising, but when the propeller starts spinning, even Wally begins to take a step back. Out on the testing grounds, the Model A roars to life. It takes off beautifully, climbs perfectly, and finishes its flight somewhere near the tree line. Back at the workshop, repairs are underway on what's left of the Model A. The sleigh may still wobble, but the toy line's running smoother than ever. Stuck in heavy traffic on the way to the memorial, Chris finally had time to share his incredible story about the War of 1812 and how it relates to Babe Ruth. After Christopher's childhood friend passes away, 150,000 people gather to honor a legend whose kindness and courage touched the world. Up at the new reindeer barn, Santa learns a shocking lesson in electricity. One spark to the face, and Christmas may never look the same again. Moments after the spark, a new baby reindeer arrived. The little one's nose shines so bright, Santa couldn't decide what to call him. On the northern range lies a vast impact crater. Its walls rise so steep and sheer that no animal or human could ever climb down. Near the crater, tiny footprints appear. Too small for any creature known to man, but they vanish into the wind as if afraid of being found. The reindeer rest high in giant nests. They always land softly on all fours, proof that even gravity takes it easy this far north. In the Kringle brothers' laboratory, new X-rays reveal the reindeer's secret. Their bones are hollow like a bird's, built for lift instead of weight. At the mall, the holiday rush heats up fast. One quiet twist of the thermostat, and the North Pole's about to feel a lot closer to the equator. Under the bright holiday lights, Santa keeps smiling through the season's warmth. His beard begins to droop, the gloves are soaked, and every candy cane is bending in the heat. Minutes later, Santa's carried out on a stretcher. His smile's gone. There's nothing left to do but see the children again next year. A quiet birthday at home with his mother, and a gift from the past. A wedding ring, saved for the love of his life.
Each January, Santa trims back his winter beard. The holidays are over, the year begins anew, and the reindeer never miss the show.
After years of labor, the doors finally swing open. A new era begins. Millions of presents will pass through these very gates.
At the North Pole testing grounds, 2 sleighs take the line. One reindeer-powered, one propelled by invention. At the top of the world, the Kringle brothers expand their operation. With a mile of ice and a crew of engineers, the North Pole gets its first runway.
Day and night, the work continues across the frozen plain. Bulldozers cut through snowdrifts, marking another milestone in North Pole history.
At the edge of the runway, the Kringle brothers disagree. One believes in engines, the other in reindeer. Only the next test will prove which dream can truly fly. Back at the runway, the reindeer refuse to cooperate. Santa's race for flight takes one chilly step backward. Moments later, the propeller cuts through the Arctic air like lightning. Wally wins this round. Technology takes flight at the North Pole.
Back in America, the post office works around the clock to keep up. Among the letters, one stands out. A message from Siberia that will change everything. At the docks, the last mail bags are loaded for shipment north. Wally returns to the pole to keep the work going while Chris sets course for somewhere far more mysterious.
In Siberia, a mysterious herder knows the secret word. A sound older than winter, and the key to flight itself.
Since presents are piling higher than ever, new ways to test deliveries begin. One reindeer, one propeller. Let's see who wins. Letters keep coming, presents keep growing. The Kringle brothers push their prototypes to the limit. Hooves on the left, horsepower on the right, and no one's backing down.
Both sleighs climb fast to prove which system can handle Christmas night. Progress has never looked this good.
Santa soars above the ridge. Wally's sled wobbles. Uh-oh, this isn't good. Christmas is only a week away.
A week later, Santa's back on duty, and Wally's back in one piece. Christmas is saved, and the crowds are lining up already.
New Year's Day, 1950. Santa's on one knee, Noreen says yes, and Wally's still standing tall. A perfect ending to a perfect year.
And so ends another chapter in the Kringle archives. But something tells us there's more to come.